listening to KCYP 97.7 The City. This is Scarlet Rose, and you're now listening to RGV Rocks. As you guys heard, thank you for the intro, Audex. I love that intro. We have an updated intro because RGV Rocks is back on KCYP. I want to say thank you so much for joining in to RGV Rocks today. It is our, I think, third episode of 2022. So congrats. Thank you for making it this far into our show. For people that don't know who we are, what we do, RGV Rocks is a radio show and now an online podcast dedicated to the local talent events and all the wonderful people in the RGV, such as you and I. I am known as Scarlet Rose, and here is my co-host.
Hello, I'm Rockin' Rudy. How you all doing, RGV? I love to see you guys.
We have very special guests today. We have Elam Zula and also Planet Grim. So what's up, guys?
Hey, how's it going? Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
How y'all doing today?
Pretty good.
Pretty good, yeah.
Very good day today.
We're ready.
Rudy,
we are excited to have you guys on the show. It's just been a thrill ride for you guys, and I've noticed that you guys are just taking everything by storm and doing a great deal. But before we get going into the interview part, I know Destiny's got something to tell y'all. Go ahead, Scarlet Rose.
All right, thank you. Because I was like, I can never tell when you're gonna cut me off, because I know you're like, you always take over like the intro. You're like, you know what? I'm gonna take over the intro today. But before we start the show, I want to ask you guys a quick question. What is your favorite part about the RGV and why? It is our favorite question we love to ask on the show, especially since you two are from the RGV and from McAllen. What has been your favorite part so far about the RGV?
I would say that my favorite part about the RGV is probably the people. You know, we recently moved to Austin, and man, it feels like the RGV is like a completely different part of the country. A lot of the most genuine people I meet are from the RGV. A lot of the most supporting people are from there, just like you guys. And it's like a beautiful part of like the RGV culture, how supportive everybody is of each other. That's my favorite part of it.
I would say my favorite part of the RGV, one, the food, for sure. You cannot beat the food in the Valley. And also just the community as well. And, you know, I've been making music in the Valley since I was like 13 years old. And I've gained so many awesome supporters. And the fact that there's shows and so many fans out there all the time is just awesome. And that's hard to find in a lot of other places in the world. And I'm happy that it's in the Valley, you know?
Yeah.
All right, now let's start off the interview. So how's it been? How's your 2020 been?
2022 has been
pretty good. 2022. Whoops, I forgot about that. I still think it's 2020 sometimes, because honestly, like the pandemic kind of like, you know, messed me up a bit.
Time stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we started 2022 in the best of fashion. We actually did a countdown downtown right as the ball dropped, and we were on stage performing.
Yeah.
And they had us do the countdown and stuff. So that was like an awesome way to start it off, you know.
Was that on Austin Street by any chance or nah?
At where?
At Austin Street.
I'm not sure what the place was.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
Yeah, because I remember being there for one countdown. I can't remember. I think it was 2017 that I was there, and I was so glad to be performing there at that time. But honestly, like being a part of the countdown, like in the RGV, it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah,
it's very
it was
cool.
fun.
Yeah, super.
I couldn't have asked for better New Year's, you know.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so freaking cool. What's it called? You have an event coming up, especially during spring break. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, sure. We're gonna be opening up for Trippie Redd at spring break. I'm not sure what day it is. I
think it's like the second weekend.
I think it's the second weekend. Yeah, but it's we'll be there. We'll be opening up.
Yeah, we'll be there.
Hey.
Well, as soon as you find out, let us know, so like that we can go ahead and post it, let everybody know. But before we go any further, hey guys, introduce yourselves. We don't know who you are.
All right, so my name is Alejandro Trevino, but my rap name is Elam Zula.
My name is Joseph Salcella, and I go by Planet Grim, and we're both 19 years old, and we're both from the Valley.
Yeah.
Hey, you're already 19. You already have so many followers. Oh my gosh, that's cool.
I know, and the thing about it, like I said a little while ago, I kind of listened to Planet Grim, that one song that you have right now on YouTube, Run It. and it's a good song. I like the beat. I like the way you got that going, the flow that you got going, everything like that. It's just, how can I say, it's inspirational, and it really gets to you real quick. So that's good. Is this the kind of stuff we can look forward to see on your show?
Oh yeah, for sure. I think I will for sure do run it at the show.
There you go. There you go.
It was on my album called Planet Graham. It was like my self-titled first album, and it was kind of the unexpected song to be the one that took off and got the most streams. I wasn't expecting it, but I guess a lot of people love that song. So, you know.
Well, I wonder why. Is it because Planet Green sings it? Yeah, I would say so, right? Hey, and Zula, let us know. What about you? What you got coming up?
A lot, man. Well, we've both been rapping for a very long time, since we were like little kids. But I recently just started doing my own engineering, my own recording. So I'm not new at rapping, but I'm new to the music scene. But right now, we both got our CEO hats on, and we're trying to take off like with a little label here in Austin and everything. So,
well, you are taking off. Like I said, you guys are making it already. You all are doing good and all that good stuff. Again, you started doing your own engineering, production, producing, everything like that, huh?
Yeah.
And how's that going for you so far? It sounds good.
Yeah, pretty good. I mean, obviously, everything comes with time, and practice makes you better. But we have like a squadron of producers and engineers, and you know what I mean? We help each other out like with everything.
Yeah, we definitely have a good team.
Yeah,
to back us up.
And that's important. That's very important that you all have somebody reliable that can help you out, you know, in the back way, behind the scenes type of thing, if you will. Destiny, I know you got something else you want to tell.
So how did you guys meet?
Shoot, we met through my cousin. His name is Aiden.
So funny story. When I moved to McAllen from Monterrey, I didn't make much friends. But then in 6th grade, I was sitting next to this kid in science, this little dorky kid who now is like, I have a tape with him, and he's one of like our producers. Yeah. And so I'm at his house, and he has a neighbor. His name is Aiden. And Aiden is cousins with him, with Joseph.
And I didn't even live.
He didn't even live in the valley, but he lived in Michigan.
And I was rapping even back then.
Yeah.
This was when I was like 12 years old.
Yeah, and I was rapping here.
And when we met, it was like instant.
Like,
yeah, it was awesome.
And when
so basically, when you all met, you clicked.
Yeah, the first time
right off the bat, you all knew you guys were going to be doing something together.
What's that?
I said right off the bat, you all knew you were going to be doing something together.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
We must have been like 12 or 13.
Wow. Destiny, DJ Scarlet Rose. How old were you when you started doing the guitar?
Oh, me? I started doing it when I was 10.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And you still play the guitar?
Yeah, I still play the guitar.
She sleeps with the guitar. That's her thing.
No, we don't talk about that, Rudy. That's embarrassing.
I know. It's just a miracle she doesn't have a strap behind her back right now,
Yeah. So what's the origin behind like Elam Zula and also Planet Grim? Did you guys come up with it like the same time, or was that like two different origin stories?
No. So I have had music out a lot longer from before him, but we've both been rapping for about the same time and sharing raps just with each other. But I've been putting out music for a long time. And originally it was a group with my brother. It still is, called Speck and Grim, and I was just Grim. And then I changed my name to Young Grim because I was so young. And then I wasn't young anymore, so I became Planet Grim. And that's just how it is.
Yeah, and I just came up with my name through things I picked up from music and cartoons. And then one day I put the words together, and I was like, oh, name. It's a very unique name, so I just kept it.
Excuse me. The funny thing about it was that, like the way Planet Grim said, I was young, and now I'm not young. No, yeah, you're still young, my brother. You're only 19 years old.
Right, you're right.
You're both still young, you guys,
older.
Yeah, if you go into a bar, you're gonna get ID right away. I can tell you that right now.
Oh my gosh.
So let me ask you something. I know that the pandemic, when it hit in 2020, it did a big old effect on a lot of people, a lot of artists, a lot of entertainment, a lot of social events and stuff like that, because a lot of concerts were closed down and stuff. I am so happy to see that you guys made it through that. You know what I mean? A lot of people put a lot of stuff in the back burner because of everything that happened and stuff. And they said, oh, well, we'll wait for this to go through and then try to do it. And then it's harder to try to catch up. How you guys making it through this, which I can tell you are, but how's it affected you guys?
Well, I got pretty used to doing a lot of shows pretty often before the pandemic hit, and I was good. And then, you know, it comes through, and it's about 6 months of just being everybody's on lockdown, and then after that, even still, you know, limitations and stuff. And so concerts are not even a thing for almost a whole year, almost a year and a half. But the first show back from COVID was my best one ever. Well, so far, you know, but man, it's just people now, I think the pandemic gave them time in their homes to kind of figure out what they like to do and, you know, what do they want to do? And because, you know, it takes time to yourself and self-reflection to figure out what you really want to do. And so now I see a lot of new artists, a lot of new, you know, companies, brands, and all sorts of stuff is coming out now, you know what I mean? Because people just had that time to kind of work on themselves.
Yeah, and for me, especially like when everybody was locked down, I was still living in McAllen. So I decided I'd rather use that time when I was just stuck in the crib to like write raps and perfect my craft, because I pay a lot of attention to that, but as well as plan out for the future, you know what I mean? Obviously the pandemic and everything, it almost like we said earlier, it kind of stopped the world. But, you know, if there's one thing about, you know, humans in general is that sometimes we work better under pressure, you know what I mean? So I think that added pressure really pushed me to get better at rapping and really go and do the things that I want to do and that I love.
Wow, that's nice. That's nice. It's nice to do it, to listen, to hear that. And it's good to see that you guys didn't get, how can I say, y'all didn't get distracted or just say, you know what, man, this pandemic for a whole year and a half, you know, it's just not working out, you know, whatever, you know. And what I like what you said, Planet Grim, was that your first show back after COVID was kind of like, well, not really taken away, but they started lifting the restrictions and everything. Your first show was like the best show you've ever done. I would say the reason why is because you had all this energy locked in you because you weren't able to be up on stage in front of people like you used to. And you said, you know what, I'm going to make sure that whoever's here today, they're going to go home and they're going to dream of me, you know, and that's the way I
and not only myself, for the people that are in the crowd too, you know, they're ready to come out and freaking party, you know, and they were.
Yeah, of course. And that's what helped out more, you know, and Zula, I mean, you being there too, correct?
Yeah, I was there.
All right. And, you know, it's just that. Okay, so my question now to you is, do you both share the lead of the group, or is there a leader and then somebody back up, or?
Well, basically the way it works now is we're CEO and CEO of like our company. We're trying to start a company right now, a record label, and we're the two heads of it, man. And like we have like a lot of people around us, but for the most part, we've kind of you know, been like the two bosses.
We split everything straight down the middle.
Yeah.
50-50, no excuses, you know.
So
I can't
both of y'all, so both of y'all have to make up the decisions just to make sure it goes right.
Yeah. I can't do what I do without him, and he can't do what he does. We both enable each other equally to live here and to rap, you know.
Oh, I understand totally. It's just like me and Scarlet Rose right there. You know, I can't do what I do without her, and she can't do what I do without me. And you know, we've been knowing each other for so long that we already know how the way, you know, things will go for us. And she's really a real talented young lady. You know, she really is. And I know she's gonna make it bigger than you, than me, and anybody else because of how the way she is. She's a real strong, hard worker. She got her mind determined to do whatever, and that's what I see in you guys too. I see that you guys are trying to make better, not better than what you're already doing, but perform better for the people so they can come back to see you and they're going to say, oh man, yeah, Planet Grim and Zula, I know who they are. We're going to go, you know?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Miss Scarlet Rose, you want to say?
Yes. I want to talk about your newest release so far, Gold Plated Grim. I wanted to talk about that for a bit. Is there anything that you want to say about this album or how it came to be?
Yeah. Well, originally I was going to release a very big album called Mirror's Edge. That's still coming and it's finished. It should actually come out in February. And it was about 20 songs long. And I thought about it real hard and I was like, you know, I'm not a huge artist yet. I'm on the come up. who's gonna sit and listen to 20 songs all the way through like it's intended to? A very small percentage of people. So I decided, I'll take all of the songs that share a certain kind of theme and put it on one album, and share and get the other half of the songs and put them on the other, which is still Mirror's Edge. And so Gold Plated Grim was kind of all of the real bangers off of what was going to be the original project. So I kind of released it as a little tape, kind of like a taste for what's actually going to come in this next month.
Like a sample.
Yes, like a little sample. Just show you guys, what am I doing here? Cooking up.
Well, we like to call that teasers. We want to tease you a little bit just to get you enticed, like, oh my God, that tasted real good. I want another one,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. I was gonna say, because what's it called? I also listened to Flip Flop, like the video on YouTube.
Yeah.
I noticed that was like the best. In my opinion, I barely just got into you guys, so that was like my first introduction to like both of y'all. And I gotta say, like, it was like pretty fun. And how did that go with like filming? Were you, what was the process behind that music video?
So we had an event in San Antonio, and it's called Doom Room, and we really wanted to go because it's set up by one of our homies and stuff. Shout out to him. And as soon as we got there, like, we love hip hop and the culture and like breakdancing and graffiti and rapping and all this. And we see all these dudes breakdancing and doing all this. And, Joe, he usually, when he sees cool things, he always thinks like, oh, this would be cool for a video.
Yeah,
so he starts filming. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen or heard the song, we probably have 93 Till Infinity by the Souls of Mischief, super famous song.
Right.
And in the video, they're in the forest and stuff. And we were like, we need to do a video like that. So we went out in Austin into like the little forest, and we put it together with the footage of people breakdancing.
Yeah.
It's a fun video.
The best part is that the footage of them breakdancing, they actually played the song Flip Hop at the event for them to dance to.
Oh, wow.
And so they were actually dancing to our song.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
It was a pretty cool moment.
That is very, that just goes to show you that people are listening, and the beat that you guys are producing for music and stuff like that, it's working. It's fitting, and the people are liking it, and they're already breakdancing and stuff. Man, that's just too cool. Hey, when you guys get famous, don't forget about us down here, okay?
We will never forget.
Never happened.
Scarlet Rose?
Going back to your partnership, and since you guys do everything 50-50, who does the songwriting and who does the producing? Or is it like whenever you guys have an idea, you just hop on it?
Pretty much.
I mean, we both write our own
music,
and then if he wants to get me on the song, I'll hop on it. If I want him on a song, I'll hop on it. Most of our beats are produced by people that are in our inner circle, either like my brother or, like we said, Josh, our neighbor. Actually, the guy that lives right above us upstairs,
he's
also is a producer. So pretty cool.
So yeah, we have.
He's the one that bangs on the floor. You guys are too loud. You guys are too loud.
Speaking
well,
within,
that's cool. It's like a big old family. That's what I like. That's cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking about like your family and also like the company that you guys want to put together, who do you have involved with right now?
Right now, it's just us two, our producers. My brother, he goes by the name of Spec. He's also a rapper. He's my older brother. And
right, and for now, that's it.
That's kind of it.
We were actually doing it old school because we just started like as soon as like a couple weeks ago. We finished our studio here. We're doing it old school. We're going to universities into very busy streets and putting up posters. Like yeah, here, show them poster.
Do you guys have like a name yet for it or no?
It's called All Time Offense.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Offense?
All Time Offense. We wanted a name. Yeah, we wanted a name with a punch and like, you know what I mean? So we really like that name. We picked it. But yeah, we have a wide array of producers that are a part of our team as well.
If you know anybody in Austin, they might have because we're putting up all over the place. And our reason behind it is because we think, the internet nowadays is super saturated, like with musicians, like it's in your face all the time. And a lot of people don't want to look at ads on the internet anymore. Honestly, they just skip them.
Yeah.
So what's the point of putting an ad on the internet? You have to get in people's face in real life now. You know what I mean? That's really.
Hey, the only way they'll see it is if you put it on TikTok.
That too.
That's true.
We have a good TikTok. We have almost 50,000 followers on TikTok.
Hey,
So
congratulations.
there you go. Post it on TikTok. You'll get it there. Or what's that other one? Instagram.
Yeah.
Instagram.
You know, stuff like that. Because I don't know what to tell you. I mean, Facebook is still good and stuff like that, but not too many people are hanging around there, you know?
Yeah. It's mostly the older crowds.
It's like whatever happened to MySpace or MocoSpace or whatever. You know. Well, Scarlet Rose, anything else?
Yes. One more question, because I know we're like short on time. We got like 10 minutes before our show ends. But since you guys are like mostly influenced by hip hop, what genre do you consider you guys to be?
That was a good question, because I'm all over the place. I almost switch on like every album that I'm doing. Like my album Planet Grim is like very experimental and like weird beats, and then Gold Plated Grim is kind of like inspired by like an old Memphis or Houston style Southern rap samples, you know, stuff like that. It switches, but it's all just rap.
And my stuff is very like experimental, but in a different way. Like I said, our friend Josh, his name is Gypsy Dog. You can go check him out. We have a tape together where all the beats are very experimental, but they're not experimental in the sense Planet Grim is experimental. But at the end of the day, it's all just rap. We're both just rapping on the songs. You know what I mean? We both love to rap. So
would you say you're trying to take this like to a different direction so people can hear a different kind of sound?
Yeah, I definitely am. I'm working on an album right now that's basically just dedicated to all the songs I'm going to do on spring break. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So
that would be awesome. I mean, if you pull that out, you know, ahead of time, people can start hearing it. Yeah. And then when you get to spring break, where are y'all going to do the venue? Oh, down in South Padre Island, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, and y'all going to be at Clayton's. We just don't know exactly what day yet, but we'll find that out soon. Yeah. But it's just be so awesome if you get there and you start singing a song and the crowd just starts going with you. You know what I mean? And boom, boom with the beat and singing with you. You know, that would like, I would love to be there for that show. Yeah. What do you say, Scarlet Rose?
Yeah, exactly. Because I saw speaking about shows, I saw Planet Grim perform on the Christmas. It's not a Christmas concert, but the Christmas performance. I saw that on your page, and then you were just like you were going off with the crowd, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, it's amazing!"
Yeah, I love to dress up when I perform. Every opportunity I have on Halloween, we had a huge show here in Austin on Halloween. Yeah, at like a frat house, and I had a Halloween costume on. I love doing it. It's like gives you more confidence for some reason. I don't know.
It puts you in the zone, if you will. You know what I mean? And that's the good thing about it. You know, as long as you as a performer and a professional, you react with the people and the people react back to you, you got them. You got them, brother. You are what they're there to see, and you are what they're there to hear, and that's what's going on. You know, as long as you keep that up, oh my God, you guys are going to be bigger than Eminem.
It's okay. We can edit that out already. We can edit it out.
There you go. We're gonna have to. I'm the one to tell you to watch out for saying things like that, right?
I know.
I'm sorry, the Rock and Rudy came out on that one because it's the truth. You know, if the truth hurts, well then let it hurt. But you know what? It is the truth. You guys are gonna get big time famous. Let me tell you.
Thank you
Talking about performances and whatnot. What has been your craziest experience at a performance?
Probably Halloween.
Well, for me, it was in San Antonio.
When those guys were fighting,
two dudes were fighting right in front of us while we were rapping. But it was
now that's a show.
Yeah, and I saw them wrestling, and I was like, you know what? And I wasn't rapping; he was rapping, and so I jumped in there with them in San Antonio.
Oh, wait, you thought you were the WWE or what? What?
Yeah, I was like, Lady Stadium. So I went in there.
Did you think that was like a mosh pit, or like did you?
No, it was just straight up wrestling.
We usually
oh my gosh!
It'll be like a good amount of people all kind of pushing off each other, but like these two guys, like they had personal problems or something. Like they were just at each other's throat. It was crazy.
The personal problem was that Zula jumped in. That's what it was. But you
What
know
are
what?
your-
It's good. It's good to see that you guys, again, you react with the people, you interact with them, and you know that's what's going on. And if you don't call that interacting, Zula jumping in it, I don't know what you call it. There, you know?
What is
Scarlet Rose?
what has been what's your ultimate direction going into 2022? What do you guys want to like come out with? Because I know that you mentioned a new album coming up, Elam, but also like what do you guys want to do for 2022? What do the fans expect of y'all soon?
We're gonna boss up. We're really locking in. We're trying to get a new place, make merch, make more music, like get artists to work with us.
We want to be the biggest that we can absolutely be.
Right.
And you know, we think that right now, like we are both dedicating from the moment we wake up till we go to sleep, something towards music, whether it's making music, recording, or editing a music video, or making a TikTok, or putting up posters. We're putting all of our energy towards it. And we think, you know, if you're putting every single ounce that you have into something every single day, it will happen. There's no way around it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So 2022, we're going balls to the wall all the way.
Yeah.
It's like I always say, if it is to be, it is up to me.
Yeah.
And that is true, because you're the only ones that can do what you're doing, because it's your voice, your talent, and you people in front of the people performing. That's what it is, you know? And again, like I said, once the people interact with you, you got them. And that's what's going on. And you will be up there. And you know, it's like for me and Destiny, this is not just a job. This is our passion. This is what we like to do. You know, and we love to be on the radio, and we love to introduce RGV talent. Let the people know that you guys are out there and you guys are making a name for yourselves, you know?
And we love you guys for that so much.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, we thank you. We thank you. Yes, we do. And
One
we
last
thank you for
question.
allowing us to do this interview with you too, of course.
Yeah, anytime.
Absolutely, yeah.
One last question before we leave, actually. For people that want to go into like performing or even rap, what advice do you guys want to give?
Well, like anything, it just takes practice.
Yep.
If you go and look at my first performance live ever when I'm like 13 years old, I'm just standing there swaying back and forth. Now, fast forward, we're jumping in the crowd and crowd surfing and throwing people in the air and stuff, and we're doing the countdown, and we have all these good opportunities, but it just comes with practice, you know. And you're still gonna get nervous. I get nervous. I'm peeing myself before every single show, but once I'm there on the stage, you know, you just gotta lock in, and you know it's your time. You know,
if you have a drive for it and a passion, you have to be smart enough, you know, to figure out how to make money, but you also have to be smart enough to understand that if you have a passion for music or art, whatever it may be, if you work at it genuinely, work your hardest and give it your all, it's going to work out. You're going to get to where you need to be. You know what I mean? And right now we're in the process of that. It's a long journey before we get to the top right now. So,
and that's why the song says it's a long way to the top. If you want to rock and roll, right? It's called dedication, guys. Dedication, and that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Miss Scarlett?
Yes. Before we leave, before we do any shout outs, any social media plugins you guys want to like say?
Yes. Follow me on Instagram. I'm Planet Grim.
I'm Elam Zula. And follow on Instagram.
All Time Offensive. Yeah. And also, I mean, that's it. Yeah. And TikTok too.
All Time Offensive. All right. I'm going to follow you guys on that one.
For sure. We don't have anything posted yet because we want it to be perfect. So we're saving. We're saving all of our.
So if that's not open yet, so the best thing would be to go, like you said, Instagram.
Yeah.
Planet Grim.
Planet Grim, Elam Zula.
Elam Zula together.
No, separate.
Separate.
Okay. All right. Good. So like that, we got that taken care of. All right then. Woo, that's
any special shout outs before we leave?
Yes. Shout out my brother, Spec. Shout out Gypsy Dog.
Yeah.
Shout out
my dad.
Yeah. Shout out my dad too.
My brothers.
Our whole family.
Aiden,
Nikki, Jake, Grant, Bobo. Who else?
Shout out the whole valley. Shout out you guys for doing this.
Thank you.
know what I mean? Yeah.
Hey, Scarlet Rose.
Yes.
You know, he had to say shout out to my older brother because if not, his older brother was gonna put his foot, where, right?
Oh my gosh.
Woo!
Any
All
shout
right,
outs for
guys,
you, Rudy?
Anything else? Anybody else or anything? No more shout outs? Girlfriends, wives, children, anything like that?
Uncle Richard.
I don't
Did
know.
you just say
That's
an
about
uncle?
it.
There's not. Hey man, there's not enough time. There's too many people. Not
Hey,
enough time.
shout out.
There you
shout
go.
out
I would
Joseph.
just say shout out to everybody listening.
Shout God. Thank you.
Gotta thank him every morning,
Thank
guys.
you,
Every
God.
morning.
Yeah. That's it.
Well, good.
Right.
Well, then, for me, my shout outs would be, of course, to you guys. Thank you very much for letting us interview you today. This was exciting. This was awesome. I really enjoyed this interview. And also a big old shout out to Scarlet Rose right there next to me. She's always awesome and always ready to do the radio show. And a big old shout out to the lovely people right here at 54th Street here in San Antonio, where I'm at. Lindsay and
Oh, that's-
Megan, they're working hard. They're making all that good stuff. And to
Yeah.
my two beautiful daughters, Drenna and Darling, and my grandson, Carson. Oh, man, I love y'all. And also a big old shout out to DDS Productions of the Mixmasters.
Yeah.
Thank you for so much for joining us today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. We love you.
We appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having us.
I want to remind
No.
everybody before we go, if you guys don't follow us already, be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. RGV Rocks on Facebook and Instagram, and Rocks RGV. Once again, Facebook and Instagram is RGV Rocks, and Twitter is Rocks RGV. Thank you so much for joining us here today on our very, I think,
Thank you.
third episode of RGV Rocks for season 4. Oh my gosh, it's already season 4 already. I'm so happy about that. I especially want to remind everyone, thank you for listening to our humble little show. We'll be here next time on KCYP 97.7 FMLP, The City. See ya.